Alright, so I got a little bit of usable daylight here, so I'm going to showcase and get some trigger time in on these North American Arms revolvers. They're little 5-shot 22s. This one is the latest one that I've purchased. It's the smallest one too. It's 22 LR from North American Arms. And this was the second one I've ever purchased. This is the North American Arms Pug. It's got a 1-inch barrel. It's 22 Magnum. Really strong lockup. Big fan of it. It's got safety notches incorporated into it. This one does not have the safety notches, but you put it at half cock, and it's we'll call it determinably safe by the owner. How's that? So yeah, I'll take that, and I'll use it basically as a little pocket carry gun, a backup to the backup. This one, as you can see, I got it set up in a little necklace rig with a little punch dagger there. Handcuff key. Trust me, they come in handy. But you know, you can carry this thing pretty incognito, even under just a light t-shirt. If you have to go for it, you know, you can get it pretty easy as long as you got a free hand. It's set up for right-hand draw right now. If I had to produce it in a grapple situation, I likely could. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's for everybody, but it's for me. They call these gut guns, you know, that way, you know, if you got to punch it into somebody's gut and fire, you know, at least you got something better than a sharp stick. I'd rather have a knife in that close of a situation. I call these headlock guns because chances are, if I'm in a headlock, I can get it close quarters and I can shoot it at somebody. If I'm holding on, it's not going to go through their body and hit me. If I have them in a headlock, vice versa, if I shoot them through the head, it's not going to hit me. Generally speaking, there's some soft skull morons out there, especially the weak sperm that's being produced these days. I probably won't edit that out. That is a commentary on today's generation. Alright, so 10 yards. I'm going to take some shots with these. I better work my way up to the unbridled power of the 22 Magnum and start light with the 22 LR. I can't generally hit the broadside of a barn with these. Let me get recording in case I score some hits. I'll get recording on the up close. I don't see anything from that. These are all aimed center mass. Yeah, I got a hit there. I'm just feathering the trigger and letting it pop back in my hand. I'm not trying to overstabilize or control it. Yeah, I thought that was the last one. So you put it at half cock, you push this little detent here, you pull out your cylinder capture pin and your punch, you knock them out, and then you go into that smooth and easy tactical reload with your 5-round single action only revolver. Some people carry little bandoliers with them and things like that. I wouldn't even bother carrying a reload for this. It's one of those things. It's like, hey, if you're down to that, I'll probably put in the suicide prevention hotline under there, being the holiday season. I'm not advocating suicide. I'm just saying, you know, don't make it a mess for anybody else, and that's my advice. And again, I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for no one else or any other entity. It's not the best course of action, but it is a technique. Recording on the up close. I don't see anything from that. These are all aimed center mass. Yeah, I got a hit there. Maybe I only have the one down there. Alright, so I might have a shoulder hit too. I can't really tell. So now this is the 22 Magnum, again at 10 yards. Much better sight profile on the Pug. Much better grip. It's rubberized. I'm going to be adhering to and calling on all of my fundamentals to place the shot exactly in the same place. Maybe not where I'm aiming, but hopefully as a group. Oh yeah, I can't count to 5. I'm going to be adhering to and calling on all of my fundamentals to place the shot exactly in the same place. Maybe not where I'm aiming, but hopefully as a group. Alright, so much more secure lockup, put it at half cock, ram it home. That's probably the only time I'm going to shoot this one tonight, considering that these rounds are particularly difficult for me to get in this area. They are the, what are they? Yeah, Spears Gold Dot, short barrel, jacketed hollow point. They're optimized. You've probably seen a lot of buzz on other channels with them. The only reason I'm shooting them is because that's been my go-to load since they came out. So I don't generally shoot anything out of the 22 mag except for that, because, you know, what do they say? Practice for what you're going to take. Fuck with the dick you got. Things like that. So that's the one that I'm going with. Let's go down range. See what we got. I see some pepper in there. All right. At 10 yards, I'd take these hits. Okay, this was with the 22. I can't tell you what these were with. I'll have to review the tape. But I was aiming here at 10 yards, and I scored 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And I got a flyer there. All right, that's pretty consistent with a 1-inch 22 Magnum barrel from a single action only revolver. Of course, I was not doing it under any stress or duress, but that right there, that's an aggravating kill shot, or not a kill shot, but an aggravating shot that could lead to a kill. Crown of the head, that would likely travel under the skin, flatten on the skull, and then travel out the back of the head, and basically have a fake headshot that doesn't really affect the brain. You might daze them. These are great because these are soft tissue near vitals. That's a subclavian artery hit. That's a good one to aim for. That's going to drop the blood pressure and put them out of commission, and they will eventually die in a pretty fast order. This one, let's see. So that's on the right side. All right, so that would be a vena cava subclavian artery, and that would be an aortic arch and subclavian artery. You might nick it, but those are considered vitals. This one, if you can get them to stop breathing by hitting them in the diaphragm, that's good. But on the left side, that's just going to be a stomach hit. You got some guts there. It's probably not going to go too much further through that, but it's going to be enough to drop them. So, yeah, good little pistols. I'm not going to stand in front of them and say what you will about them. It's the backup to the backup for me. All right, here's a little impromptu one. I'm going to fire the last shot of the season through this one. It's a little 32 caliber brass single shot pistol, black powder. Again, last shot of the season. Let's see. Let me get this going too. I'll add that there's no patch on this. It's just a naked ball hugged up against the powder. Here, let me stand up. But it seems to do okay. Still don't know if we got a hit anywhere on that paper. Let's go check it out. Here, let me stand up. But it seems to do okay. Still don't know if we got a hit anywhere on that paper. Let's go check it out. 10 yards again. Especially out of that. That's a lot to ask. There it is. Didn't even probably penetrate, just bounced right off. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Over the shoulder and enough to scare him, huh? Yeah, I guess it went through. Yeah, just a round lead ball coming out at very, very low speed. But yeah, that's... I've had it bounce off a 2x4 and hit me in the leg, barely even hurt.